The following program is rated TVMA. It is intended only for mature audiences.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is the host of Buzzing with Marlo podcast, and we are back for another live session of Commission Talks. That's right, guys. It's our new time. It's Saturday. I know it's been crazy. You know, usually we talk about a pay-per-view that happens on nighttime. Instead, it's already happened at 8 o'clock this morning if you weren't on the Eastern time, or if you were on the Pacific time, or on the West Coast time. Like, it was just all different random times of the night. But guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, most importantly, subscribe, hit that notification bell to stay in content with all our platforms. We have got so many of them, just to name a few: Facebook, Twitch, X, Threads. Good Lord, they got so many social media handles. I mean, good Lord. Obviously, you got your Instagram, just the basics. X account, I'm not really on it. Just give you a heads up. We're also on Kick, Twitch, TikTok, and just all of them. Many others. And of course, guys, you can catch us on all audio platforms as well, including shout out to Good Pods as well. We're still in the top 10 right now on sports podcasts. So shout out to them, sending out our content and getting it out there, man. People are listening, and I can't complain. I'm trying to make some more audio content. More, I know, obviously, when we do the videos and stuff like that, kind of forget to do the audios. So I'm definitely going to be focused more into that. And of course, I'm going to try to get a lot more shorts coming up. I'm going to definitely be on the camera a lot more coming up. Now, based off my work schedule, it should be even more able to manage out. But as you see the hoodie right here, the M, the I, the A, M, I, that's right, 5-0, baby, 5-0. You see that? Yep. You know that never see 17, man. That never seen 5-0 from them Hurricanes. I know we on the bye week again this week. I was ready to watch another Hurricane beatdown that we were going to give somebody. But hey, we got to wait till next week. And of course, it's this following Friday. Also, man, major shout out, Duval. That's right, guys. We conquered them damn Chiefs. I can't tell you how many nightmares they have given the damn Jaguars. And very recently, you know, it used to be Tom Brady, and then we became Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And apparently now that Travis Kelce's engaged to Taylor Swift, Travis forgot how to play football. So, you know, shout out to Taylor Swift. You know, hey, we winning. We're 4-1 with the Jags right now. So it's a lot of nice things going on over in my area, you know, in the football realms. I don't really get to brag a lot in football. So it's a whole different transition. And of course, October is here. Obviously, if you've been in stores, Halloween's been planned way ahead. And yeah, it's almost here too. And then that means we're going to get into Thanksgiving and we're going to get into Christmas. So there's a lot of things that's going to happen. But man, I'm done rambling on. I've got some fun people going to be on tonight. We're going to have a good chat as well. Like we said, guys, we're going to talk about Crown Jewel. We're going to talk about some dad rants, and we got a good segment now. I'm going to call it's called Hey Brother, and we're going to have a lot of fun today. So, guys, first and foremost, I want to thank my boy. We've been on these lonely roads at times, being with Commission Talks. We still kicking it. We still always going. I got my own Baltimore loving man, Dre on Wheels from the 1130 podcast. What's up, bro?
By the way, Washington D.C. though, but I love my Ravens though. They ain't doing good at all though.
Fan though, man. I don't know if you rocking the Commanders. Are you up with them?
Nah, you know what, man? I had a love-hate relationship with the Redskins / Commanders since I was a little boy, bro. Every season they would start off like 3-0 and then lose the rest. Went to the playoffs like once or twice, and I'm like, dude, this team is some shit. But then last season, you know, they went all the way.
Be a Jaguars fan. Do you know how tough it is to be that? You know how many years it's been rough just to be like, yeah, man, I'm just from Jacksonville. That's the only thing I could ever came up with. Why are you a Jags fan? It's the home team. You know, I switch it back and forth. You know, I like the Dolphins. I haven't really been a Dolphins fan since I was a little kid when Dan Marino was playing. So it's like, you know, I fell in love with the Jags just because obviously this was the longest place I've stayed, and me in the military household and stuff. And I really glue on with Mark Brunell, Fred Taylor, and them like that. And I guess I just kept on with the team, I guess. I don't know. But Dre, man, how you been? It's been another week. Wrestling's been very interesting.
Yeah.
You're used to talking about a pay-per-view that happens like in the next 2 hours. Instead, it's already happened. It happened before College Game Day. So
yeah, man.
So how did you feel about these early morning PLEs?
The one that came on earlier this morning, you can forget about it. I don't even think I went to bed until probably like 6 o'clock this morning, and I think the kickoff or countdown show was on, and I just said, man, yeah, all right, man, I'm going to sleep. Yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning. That's crazy. Yeah, nah, I'm going to sleep. I had a late night last night too. Then my son was out of school Thursday, Friday, and on Monday too. So I said, man, I'm taking advantage of this shit,
Friday too? Was it a holiday?
Thursday was parent teacher conference. Friday was something else, and I know Monday is like indigenous, like whatever that is, like that, like new holiday that I know we didn't have growing up when we was in school. So,
well, I feel like they're making up holidays.
Oh yeah, boy, I want to definitely talk about wrestling, but we're gonna get into our dad rant chat, man. Late, man. I got some shit I want to talk about too, but yo, I'm excited.
Hey, but first, man, I got a special guest today. He is one of the former Commission Talks guys himself. Guys, we've been for a while. Ladies and gentlemen, he is here. He is live. He's loud and entertained. I'm talking about from Brian B. from the Beeline Entertainment LLC. How you doing, brother?
Yeah. Hey, yo, back in the third spot, bro. It's been a while.
I thought we were about to get that, all that, and he was like, yeah.
Oh, like I was gonna hit the
like he just woke up from a nap or something.
Bro, man, listen. I woke up and watched Crown Jewel this morning. I woke up like 20 minutes late too, when I was like, damn, this shit is on. I forgot. But I didn't miss too much. I went back and rewatched everything.
That kickoff was at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm straight. I gotta watch all that bullshit.
I'm not watching the kickoff.
Fucking commercials until wrestling comes on.
Just to prime it out.
What's good, y'all?
What's good, man? What's good? You said you had a third guest too. I thought it was gonna be Shiz though, and I saw my guy Brian.
He called it like we were predicting a match or something. He's like, "Oh, is it black?"
Nah, because last time, a couple of times he was like, "Man, shit." I don't even think he said nothing though, but I was like, "Oh shit, there goes Shiz though. That's what's up." But yeah, man, Brian was just doing straight through the ropes what, a week ago. Like so, man, that's what's up.
Dre was on there talking with me and Brandon and them. I know, I haven't been on commission in a while now, man. But it's like, it's funny because I was actually watching an episode of Commission not that long ago, and I was watching like the passion, bro, that we used to talk with wrestling and shit. And it ain't no secret, yo, because I've been telling everybody. Shout out to the STR Nation and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, holding it down straight through the ropes. But guys, yo, this is where I was like, this is where I kind of started, like, when we started doing commission. Um, I still like I love talking wrestling, but I definitely took a break for a minute, yo, because wrestling was fucking up with me, yo. With TKO and all the bullshit that was going on with when I say wrestling, I really mean just WWE at the main part. But I was just getting bored with the bullshit, man. It seemed like I mean, it still got bullshit going on, but I was even thinking like, damn, maybe I'm gonna stop watching some of this shit because I just didn't like the direction everything was going in. Did y'all face that? I don't even know if I know Dre hosts fucking a watch along every day, so it's
I joke with Dre because I remember when we used to talk about, shout out to Tino. Tino really was the first ones that we were witnessing doing the watch alongs, and Dre was talking about it for a while. He just didn't know how he was going to
I ain't know how to
do it and stuff like that. And man, Dre didn't waste no time, bro. When he got it, when he got that bubble, that was it. Dre was live every day.
It's good.
Dre, you fall asleep on the live button. Let's go.
That's usually why I be hitting Dre up too, because I be saying I be like, I see Dre every fucking day, yo. So I'm like, bro, let me get this nigga on the show because I want to get his opinion and everything like that about stuff that's going on or whatever. And it's usually
we had to change the days and the time is just because now obviously the kids are back in school. Dre was even telling me like, man, we wouldn't be able to do it at 5 o'clock anymore, knowing that my time at work, I don't get off until almost 4:30ish at that time, and I live about 30 minutes away from my job, so it takes me a little bit to get home. So I mean, we wouldn't even be able to make it for 5 o'clock. So we switched it to Saturday just because now it's just easier. Like, everything's already been done at the time. And like, there's so many, it's easy to put the topic together basically. Cause it's like, when we do it on Wednesdays, like obviously, you got your Monday Night Raw, you've got the build to AEW shows or whatever, TNA. Obviously Dre's been getting really big into talking about NXT a lot and stuff. And I think this is one good thing that's been going on with the main roster is it's been kind of passed on a little bit. NXT has been talked just as good as what we're talking about with main roster.
NXT might be better than every fucking thing.
I think that it's just got those times with wrestling and stuff like that, and it's on all the time. Like me and Dre even talked about it, man. I have to keep up on YouTube at times. I can't watch all that stuff no more because I'm working almost 6 days a week now. So it's like when I portion that time to actually see one, I'm like, all right, man, I want to be in it. I want to see what's going on. I want to see what dialogue and stuff like that. So it's been tough, but I mean, it's just that time of the year, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, I think Brian was the question he was asking. I don't know, man. It just I think it goes back to just like ever since I started watching wrestling, I don't think unless the cable was out or unless we was living with my aunt at one time, and I know we couldn't watch Monday Night Raw. She didn't have the Monday Night Raw channel, so we were just watching SmackDown. Unless of that, or like it's in like an emergency or something like that, I'm tuned in. Good, bad, sad, ugly.
I remember too, we had Velocity and Heat too, so there was like so many different ways to watch wrestling.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride the roller coasters, ups and downs, and some shows are definitely worse and better than the other ones. So
it's definitely been interesting, bro. Like you said, bro, I've been watching wrestling my whole life, bro. I mean, even when you think about stopping, you're still following it, you're still but it's just like I don't know, bro. Just with the new shit with WWE, we talk about it a lot, just focusing more on like it seems like the business aspect of it more than the actual product. You saw like it literally took like SmackDown to get the fucking lowest rankings that they ever got, literally like in history, for them to finally. You saw how fast they started switching because you saw a lot of changes on SmackDown this Friday, because that show was phenomenal. That show was fucking phenomenal. I don't even know what happened, but it's just like
they got
that. Yo,
I think that was it. That was it.
I'm telling you.
Next week is probably gonna be some shit.
They went through a whole fucking rebranding because of those low ratings that they got, man. They were talking about like because Road Dogg is still, I know he's still in charge of creative, but they were saying they were doing a whole bunch more with the storytelling aspect because they tanked, bro. And then fucking that WrestlePalooza shit tanked, and then they started to get exposed because they was going after AEW. And they were like, trying to impress and be big bad, but AEW showed the fuck out.
They sure did.
And that WrestlePalooza shit was trash. That motherfucker.
And
why with that show?
And I think another thing that kind of exposed them a little bit is that the fact that they first show on ESPN and then turn around ESPN the nerd to be like, yeah, that shit was average.
ESPN didn't know how to promote it. If you really think about it, ESPN's looking at it as like
you know what?
UFC stuff like that. They promote it like that. They're expecting it like WrestleMania-esque for every show, and that's not.
That shit wasn't even raw. WrestlePalooza was so fucking bad that I'm pretty sure they're kicking themselves in the ass for that. That Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes main event was
trash.
That shit could have been on Sunday Night Heat. And it still would have been bad. But the thing is, here we go. And I'm not trying to start all early. Crown Jewel was fucking phenomenal.
It was. I just said that.
Every single match was fucking great. I like Tiffany and Stephanie. I'm not even the biggest fan of Tiffany, but I'm just saying that fucking, AJ Styles.
Oh my goodness.
And John Cena. That shit.
Since you said it, I already got slides for it.
Let's just get into
it. He started it right there. We're gonna start off with that
it
match
just happened.
This match right here made it go. Just looking at AJ, this was the reason why I wanted to become a pro wrestler. Just looking at AJ and just seeing the esque and the superstar film, bro. The way he came out in that old nostalgia gear, not the gloves, being a star that AJ was. If anybody doesn't remember, Brian, in your area, AJ Styles was the John Cena in Georgia. Flat out. You knew everything of AJ Styles if you were in Georgia and stuff like that. And seeing that gear that he came out was literally the old gear.
That's the gear he wore in like TNA and WCW too.
And he didn't wear gloves. He was wearing tape. I was just like, they're doing the TNA versus WWE, the GOATs from those two eras in one. And I thought it was absolutely what Triple H said. It was a wrestling love letter. And it was
the perfect time for it too, because at the end of the day, I haven't been on to talk with you guys in a while, but it's like, we've witnessed within this year, the whole thing with John Cena's fucking retirement tour, man. It was a clusterfuck, man. I mean, and listen, we blame The Rock. I don't know, Warren, I know you love The Rock, but we blame The Rock.
I blame him too. Hell yeah,
that up.
He sure did.
Because that heel turn could have been epic, even though I still would have said it was at the wrong time. Because why do a heel turn on somebody who's on their way out the door? Why build a giant story that would take a couple years for somebody who's on his way out the door? It just didn't make any sense. I get the idea of the heel turn, because it was something obviously that was like I want to say like a dark cloud in a way, not necessarily over John Cena. Everybody you always had that love-hate relationship. At least the fans had that love-hate relationship with John Cena, and it was always that possibility like, yo, what if we turn him heel? And even when Vinnie Mac was around, the thing was, we don't want to turn him heel because then they're gonna wind up start cheering for him anyway. So what was the purpose of turning him heel? So I think that was like a thing that we all wanted to see. Then of course, my guy The Rock completely screwed that all up. Yeah. And even in the documentary Unreal, he even said, no, we don't really have a plan for this. No plans.
His plan was really with Cody Rhodes. It wasn't with The Rock. I mean, John Cena. It was with Cody. So the fact that
he had no fucking plans, period.
Yeah.
The whole time he had no plan. He was just coming out, and they were calling him because they were worried about the
ticket. Yeah.
They said, okay, we need asses and seats, so just put The Rock there. And The Rock came out on some ego trip shit, like, okay, I'll just be there and I'll just do shit, random shit at that. And then it
True,
turned
true.
out fucking up Cena's tour, because if that tour would have led into some shit, and I was calling this shit on STR, if that tour would have led into, here's the flip, Cody flipping on fucking Cena, even after the heel turn, but Cody flipping on Cena, and then Cody joining The Rock, and Cody leading some new epic fucking corporation or some shit like that, with future stars, building these guys up and building the next superstars of WWE. That would have been the most epic shit that could have happened this year, bro. But The Rock did his random shit and bailed out, man, and it just didn't really benefit anybody.
Yeah.
But I say all that to come back to this point here. They finally scrapped it. Finally, I mean, I'm so glad it didn't go all the way too late to the end. But to get this match right here, I've literally heard people say after watching this, "Hey, this should have been fucking Cena's farewell match right here." I mean, honestly, this was so well done that there's nothing they can do after this that's going to top it.
I was wondering now, like, when you see this match, he's got 4 dates left. And I was wondering how, the one thing that I love,
the only thing that can, I won't even say that could sort of be on that level, but the only thing I can think of could sort of top it in a way is winning the title he never won throughout the whole year. I mean, his whole career.
Yeah.
And that's the Intercontinental Championship. But the only thing about that is he only got 4 days left. So he's not going to have it for that long. So I feel like they should have did it on the opposite end. They should have had him coming into his retirement tour wanting to be something that he never did in the first place. Instead of doing the heel thing, have that for somebody else, he could have went after that Intercontinental Championship run and had great matches and did some things with that. And then eventually won the 17th title. I don't think
didn't wear the town colors, kind of show that attitude with it. I think that this heel run could have went a little bit more different. But with him wearing the hometown colors, like, how is fans going to boo someone wearing their team? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's something I didn't understand with
heel.
that. If Cena came out in the way that his opening of his song is, just the pitch dark, the black, and then in the white with the name John Cena. They could have went so many different ways with this. And I know Cena could have been very creative of how he wanted to do this, but like he has said, and we've all witnessed it, Cena just agrees to what happens. He sees it. Hey, I'm just an entertainer. I'm just a performer. I'm just going to have a role handed to me, and I'm going to try to make it the best that I can. And first time that we have actually witnessed on the public eye that it just didn't go as what it was planned. Now, there are certain matches that Cena could only have had as a bad guy. The R-Truth match, which was good. The Randy Orton match, because we have never witnessed a heel John Cena versus a babyface Randy Orton. And, that was the nostalgia to it. And, of course, the CM Punk match. So, like, there were certain different dynamics that worked with it. And, of course, Cena and Cody. Cena and Cody, too, at SummerSlam was a very well put together match. Now, the matches I don't necessarily say were super bad. Now, obviously, the match with Brock, I will honestly say I was very upset with, because I felt like Cena needed to win that one. I get the vulnerability. Cena's never really beaten Brock and stuff like that. But at that same time, Cena didn't get a lot against Brock. And I think Cena could have done something to get that diameter over. And in a way, fans thought Cena was going to beat Brock because we thought Brock has got enough shit behind the closet that is in the public eye that we didn't think that he was going to be on camera that much anyway. So it was like there was a lot of different things that came into the play. Now, there's one guy I do wish Cena could have faced as a heel, and that's LA Knight. I think that could have been something that really would have worked with him, because I'm telling you right now, LA Knight has been scratching and clawing, and he's actually doing pretty damn well right now.
And I said it. I said it, man. For a refreshment, he needs to get off of SmackDown. And I feel like he's in this little title feud.
Interesting. He's been making Raw very entertaining.
I think LA Knight keeps
making you tune in at that time.
Here's
that he's
the
on camera.
Listen.
Oh shit! Here we go. Here we go.
Listen. Let's
But
not get
since
All I
carried
say
away
is
here.
he just need. All I say is he just needed to get off of Raw and get a fresh
Y'all
little
want to hear
coat of
it?
paint.
Y'all want to hear it?
I want. Oh, of course I do. Of course,
Hold on.
of course.
We're talking about AJ Cena, but before that, all right, go ahead and get your rant. All right, go ahead.
Yo, LA Knight.
I still
Listen,
think
bro.
LA Knight's a heel. I don't think he's a babyface.
I
That's
think
just my
LA
honest
Knight-
opinion.
I think LA Knight, and I've been saying this shit since it happened. I think LA Knight missed his opportunity when he had it. LA Knight has never been hotter than he was before he had that match with Roman. Listen, I don't fuck with nobody. LA Knight was the top of the top. What they should have did instead of pairing him with Roman, the best thing they could have did was put him in the IC title picture or the US championship picture. They could have even did some goofy shit and paired him with somebody to do a tag team run. And then broke that up and made him even hotter. They could have did a lot of shit. But what they did was they rushed him to the top in a position where he shouldn't have been too fast. Only I say this only because Roman was already at that spot and he wasn't taking out Roman. But LA Knight, he's good. But he ain't nowhere near putting asses in seats in any type of fucking way. I'm sorry.
No, I want to say something real fast though. I feel like, of course, we all get how WWE works though. It's obviously sometimes it's not sort of the superstars fault. Sometimes it's actually the companies, whatever direction they want to throw them in, put them in and shit like that though. So yeah, before LA Knight had that thing with Roman, obviously he was coming up, he was getting hot. The thing was taking over, or whatever like that, and he had the matchup with Roman Reigns though. Of course, he shouldn't have had that matchup with Roman Reigns. He wound up dead having the United States Championship run, which that was mid. That was all right though. But I feel like it was mid. Yeah. But I feel like what happened was he stayed too long on SmackDown after that. He stayed too long on SmackDown. Of course, he wasn't going to win the title off of Roman Reigns. Yeah, they should have never put him in that position. But I think putting him in that position was to see if this guy could hang and see if he could go and see if the company could put any trust in him by putting a world title on him. And, just alone. So that's what I think it was.
That's the whole way to do it.
Hey, look at I don't make it though, but yeah, it is though. But
that's the equivalent. Hold on, check it out. Just on your point, I'll keep going on your point, but that's the equivalent of when these motherfuckers started doing that shit where they take the champion and then you face the champion, and then if you beat the champion, then you get a number one contenders shot at the champion, which is the stupidest shit that I've ever heard them do. But they do it all the time. Well, they used to. They calm down on it. The tag team champions are fighting the number one contenders. And if the number one contenders beat them, then they're motherfucker. If they beat them, they're the champions. Because they beat the champions. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So why would you take somebody that you're building up to be in a top spot and then throw them in the top spot and say, hey, we just want to see if you can handle it? That's fucking retarded. It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, you're right. And WWE has been doing that for some. They got a track record, Look at. I sort of broke it down to my fiance, in like football and basketball terms and shit like that. So when she be like, "Well, how do you know this?" But I'd be like, "Okay, well, look here. My favorite basketball player was Kobe Bryant, and on his stat sheet, his field goal attempts, he was 60. Let's say 60%. The stat sheet don't lie. So that's what I'm just gonna say. The stat sheet for I'm just saying 60. That's good. 60%. I mean, that's good for basketball. I'm assuming, but I'm just saying though, the stat sheet for WWE for doing stupid shit don't not lie, and I'm pretty sure it's up there. Way up than 60% though. But however, I feel like another thing. I'm telling you, man, living in the city, boy, I tell you, boy, you just live
in the hood
all day long, bro.
You know what the fuck living in the hood? It's fucking ambulance, airplanes, helicopters.
Nigga, what? But
I live like maybe 2 blocks away from an airport.
Man,
I remember that shit back in the day.
I think a thing that really did him in though was just having him on SmackDown for too long, and the cycle with Solo doing the stuff with the bloodline, and just taking him off of SmackDown and having him do something totally different. Yes, he had the United States Championship run, which that was okay, but I feel like him on Monday Night Raw. Now, granted, too, another thing I was thinking of too, when he did have that matchup with Roman Reigns, I don't believe the World Heavyweight Championship was around. So that was the only title, that was the only title. So it's like, where do you go from here? Like, I mean, like you just
championship, man.
Yeah, he could have won the Intercontinental title though. You're right.
A lot of shit he could have did, yo.
He could have.
They fucked up his momentum, man. He was on a bullet train, and they put a blocker in front of it, and they had to pause.
You're right. I agree.
Stop. It sucks to say, and I'm not saying I don't like LA Knight. I'm just saying, like,
WWE don't like LA Knight.
Well, he is also, bro. People also forget, LA Knight's fucking 42 years old, bro.
Level guy, come on.
Yeah, he's like 42 years old. I mean, he's not a whippersnapper, bro. He's up there. So it's like, yeah, I mean, he ain't gonna be the next big thing, bro.
No, he ain't. But I will say, I think he could. I don't think he's gonna win the WWE title, but I think he could have a World Heavyweight Championship run. Now that ain't gonna be nowhere near like Roman's. It could be a 3 month, 6 month, whatever like that. Just the. But that's just.
I don't know if you're gonna get it.
I don't see it as a baby face. If you make LA Knight as the heel, I think he'll be.
Yeah, I think he should go heel.
But he would have to really do good as a heel because
I look at.
If you've seen some of his stuff from TNA, now I'm not. I think he. TNA and NWA, Eli Drake, dummy, bro. I think he could. I think he really
was going with Bray Wyatt too, though. He started as a heel when he first got in. After he left the side of playing that whatever that guy was he was playing, the manager for Eminem and all that shit or whatever, or male models. You remember when he first came in? He was a manager.
Yeah,
they had him in the manager role in fucking NXT.
They did.
Yeah, Max Dupree or whatever. But the thing is, LA Knight is good. Don't get it twisted, bro. He's good. But there's other guys right now. Bronson Reed. I just did a fucking Bronson Reed. Everybody been talking about Braun Breaker, right? But Bronson
this right here says it all.
Reed, this guy is an animal,
Roman
bro.
Reigns.
He also beat Okada when he left WWE. He fought Okada in whatever that fucking shit was in New Japan, and he beat him too.
Yeah, that's what's up. I was completely shocked.
No, Brian, get this. He beat Okada. 2 weeks later, was back on WWE.
That's probably why. They was like, yeah, we gotta get this motherfucker, yo. And everybody forgets, but Bronson Reed, when he first came in the scene, remember, he made his name. He made his impact when he went to fucking what's his name? Mickey James' husband on SmackDown.
Nick Aldis.
Nick Aldis. He went to Nick Aldis and said, hey, yo, you gonna give me a shot? And Nick Aldis was like, I got him busy. And he said, okay, motherfucker. And he took 7.
No. I get you. Yeah, it was Adam Pearce on Monday Night Raw. Yeah. He did it. Yeah. Yeah, it was Adam Pearce. Yeah.
And he did 7 fucking tsunami.
Yeah, on Seth Rollins.
I fuck with this guy. Yeah. And he hasn't let me down. I was getting tired of the Braun shit. Braun shit. Hell yeah, bro. First of all, Braun Breaker, that motherfucker, he needs to do a lot. He's good. Is he going to be great? Yeah. But is he ready? No.
It's the new Batista and Randy Orton tag.
And I would say with Braun Breaker, with him not probably having that over the top personality, I think it's just with certain people, especially like with Braun Breaker, I think it's just the littlest things that makes Braun Breaker Braun Breaker. Now Bronson Reed, he coming off the top rope,
the tribal thief,
doing all that. Now the tribal thief jump, man, I feel like that.
Yeah, it's hit or miss for me.
Yeah, like it was only
that character. He's showing vulnerability, like dude.
Yeah, he does have character. He's got personality. He can go on the mic too.
When you look at him, you don't think he can go on the mic. He don't need Paul Heyman to talk on a microphone. In reality,
he's a beast.
Braun Breaker, I hate to say it, yes, he does need a microphone. He does need Paul Heyman on the microphone for him.
No
But
doubt. No doubt
Bronson,
about it.
the roles are reversed. Bronson should be like what Braun Breaker is, and Braun Breaker should be the one that's supposed to be coming out to let you know, hey, I'm this new guy coming in, like how they did with Randy. Because I compared these two together because there's a lot of comparisons. Braun Breaker, good look. He's got the look. We've all said it when he came from NXT. We're like, this is going to be the future guy. We already see it. But Bronson Reed is not just this muscle big guy. Like he's showing you, like, hey man, I can go with the best.
Bronson
I
Reed's a
will
beast.
I will take anything that you give me, and I'm going to kick it out of the park. He just started this Crown Jewel pay-per-view, PLE, whatever we want to call it, against Roman Reigns and beat him.
Hey, yo, I would say, of course, Braun Breaker is obviously,
This right here is what we saw.
Braun Breaker, I always kept saying to this day, he reminds me of Batista. Batista was never good on the mic. He was always in ring, you know.
He's so good in movies now. That's what's so crazy.
I know, right? Yeah, you know, and he always admitted it too. Like I wasn't like, you know, on the mic guy, you know. I get straight to it wrestling. And that reminds me of Braun Breaker. Now, when you get Bronson Reed, now how it's going, I feel like Bronson Reed can be definitely on his own. Bronson Reed also he also lost a lot of he also lost a lot of weight. And I think that is also contributing to a lot of stuff that he's getting the opportunities to and stuff like that. Because, you know, past histories, like I talk about with the stat sheet of WWE, you know, a lot of big guys in WWE, you know, obviously they wind up either getting released, you know, they had health issues or whatever like that, you know, and Vince McMahon obviously try to get them rehab or lose weight. But you could tell now in WWE is a different, you know, different transformation or whatever. So he lost the weight. He's doing phenomenal. I just really, at first, before he lost a lot of the weight, I just see him as like the new big guy, like, because it was Monster, kind of like, because he was having them stories with Bronson Reed, and he was having Braun Strowman, Braun Strowman and everything like that. So it was like he was being dubbed as the new big guy.
Together, but he took them.
He made it work. He made it work.
And that's something that I witnessed, because when you look at Bronson, when he first came back, I was just like, oh man, you're gonna be
fucking with the Miz and all that.
You're gonna be another, you know, whatever. But he has done what people fail to do when they get in the ring. Like, when you get that opportunity, take the fucking opportunity. Like, you need to make yourself care for these audiences, to care for you to keep coming on these Netflix specials and shit like that. And I think that's the biggest thing with this locker room now, is it's a hit or miss now, because
really
you got the originals, and it's tough to beat them out on that camera time. No one's beating Seth out right now. No one's beating Cody out. And when Roman's there back and forth, nobody's getting the crowd reactions those three are getting. Like, it's the fact that when you get those opportunities, you got to take them. And I think now the tag team, and of course, Crown Jewel was a great example. WrestlePalooza was an example for Braun and Braun when they beat the Usos. Like, they were trying to show that the Vision is a dominant faction. Like, they're trying to,
but it's not even a fucking
an
faction.
Evolution or a DX type
wasted time, bro. That Vision shit. Listen, that Vision shit.
I think Seth could have done better with it.
I think it did what it was supposed to do for the most part.
Seth what he wanted. It got him the title.
I don't think that's what I think. But I'm saying, like, yeah, but that's the story part of it. But I'm saying, like, we all know that factions, if they're successful, they're gonna build characters and
build continuous TV.
Yeah, Seth Rollins. What they show when Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins, that shit was never really finished. They never really found their footing with that faction, yo. What it became, what it is now, Braun Breaker. It looks like they're teasing to finish it off, which I really hope they fucking do. But once Becky came in with Seth, you saw that we didn't need nothing but Becky and Seth. They didn't need fucking Paul. They didn't need anybody. Once they got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed together, and they were really working well. Even though I was annoyed by seeing them all the time, these motherfuckers was dominating. They was closing out SmackDown. They was closing out Raw. They was fucking closing out everything. They jump in the fucking Bloodline. They jump in LA Knight. They jump in the Uso. They doing everything, bro. You're seeing them. But they never work together. And Paul Heyman just being there. When the fuck have you seen Paul Heyman be useless in a faction? He barely talks for him.
I think the initial. Yeah, you're right. But I think the original concept behind the faction was also to sort of like evolution in a way. The main thing that was
positive thing from Brandon.
What up,
B?
What up, B? I say the initial I want to say reason behind the faction, just like evolution was to bring up two new guys, and that was Randy Orton and Batista. And I feel like in this faction, in this vision, Seth was Triple H, Paul Heyman was sort of Ric Flair, and Braun Breaker was Randy Orton and Batista. It was meant for Braun Breaker and Batista. They was looking for two guys.
Had Seth's entrance coming out. That's the thing that I feel like
but
hurt them for the most.
It was meant for them too. Now, like how Brian just said, once Becky came into the fray, and then also they did a thing with Paul Heyman introducing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. I think it was SummerSlam. No, it wasn't SummerSlam. It was Clash in Paris or whatever the fuck it was. Once they did that, and then they had that segment on that SmackDown where, Paul Heyman was like, Brock Lesnar, I need to talk to you. Okay, yeah. So it was like, okay, so what the fuck, now, where are we going here now? So now you got Seth Rollins looking like a fool talking about on Monday night. Yeah, I know about everything going on. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. I just saying shit now. I just saying shit. Just trying to.
I hope they flip it.
I hope they do flip it. I hope they do flip it though.
Randy Orton switch like how Triple H. Hey, you were better than me. You thought you got it. You got my title. Boom, switch over. If they do it with Seth, I just want it done right to where Seth can still be that heel. In my opinion, Seth needs to stay the heel. He does not need to stay a babyface. Seth cannot be a babyface for too long.
Yeah, please don't.
It doesn't work.
But I think it's having a
story with the guys. Seth needs to change his damn song.
I think it's challenging because of the theme song too.
Let me add this shit real quick because here's
you're booing them, but you're woeing. Like, come on.
Here's honestly what I think is going to happen. This is what I think is going to happen. I think we about to get to a thing. You hear the rumbles. I don't know if you guys heard it or not, but they're saying that they're about to bring Austin Theory into this.
Yeah.
Now that work.
I'm trying to wait till it happens.
I would take out Bronson Reed and put in Austin Theory.
But that's what I'm saying. I think that they're gonna do some shit. I hope they do this. I think they're gonna bring in some fresh people to break people away. I don't think it's gonna go necessarily the way of Evolution. I think it's gonna be a little different, yo. But
I still think they are gonna do it a way in Evolution, but you got to take certain puzzles out though. Bronson Reed is showing that after he just beat Roman Reigns, he don't need to be in this group at all. He don't need it. Braun Breaker, he can it plays a little story with Paulie showing up at NXT, kind of having his eye on Braun Breaker. Okay, all right,
Braun Breaker should. If Braun Breaker was smart, let me tell you how Braun Breaker gets over in fucking 5 minutes.
Breaker hater.
Change your fucking name. First off, change that stupid ass name. You're not Braun Breaker. You're fucking Rick Steiner Jr. You're Scott Steiner Jr. And that's what he should rock with. He should come out with the microphone, rip his fucking shirt off and say, you think this is funny? You think this is this? And start flipping the fuck out and say, I'm a fucking Steiner. You gotta be calling me Breaker. I'm not this. From now on, I'm owning. And then come out and he should come. You know what should come out behind him? And you know what should come out behind him? Scott fucking Steiner. That's what should come out behind him. And Scott Steiner, yes, he will. He was a Hall of Fame. He was already fucking there.
He can't.
If Scott Steiner ran with his fucking nephew and with the mouthpiece for his nephew,
but there's a reason why he can't.
In 10 minutes, that motherfucker be over, bro.
Me personally, I like the idea. But
who hasn't? So CM Punk, same shit.
Oh, it's a lot different.
I like the idea minus having Scott as his manager, just like he can have him as his behind the scenes mentor or whatever like that, you know.
You can't
But
have a big muscular guy as a manager that looks
Yes,
like he
you
could
can.
be in the ring compared to him.
Bro,
That's like
listen.
saying that's
I
like
think
saying,
Big E
hey, I
should have
would
been
have
New Day's manager.
Batista. I would have
Yeah, oh
Batista
boy.
stand next to, say, like, oh god, like Austin Theory. Like I would have Batista be a manager to Austin
Bruh.
Theory. Like
When JBL came back and he was teasing that shit where he was about to manage fucking
Baron
Baron
Corbin.
that's
Yo,
a flop
listen.
that WWE did with, because Baron
That's one
Corbin
thing.
had
That's
a
one thing
World
that-
title.
There's
I say
that's
that-
all you need. Is
I
to
say
fucking make
this-
somebody interesting.
Baron
say
Corbin
this,
was literally the best gym that a lot of baby faces needed to get over, in my opinion.
I say this a lot though. WWE, well, nowadays they don't like managers, because I feel like managers will sort of how it did in the 80s and stuff like that. It really made the superstar, you know. In certain cases, certain guys need managers, man. Like,
bro, it just won't get over with the audiences now, because they just look at it,
Bro,
and go,
it does,
why is
man.
this
That's
person? Why is
bullshit.
this person? See, that's the problem, Brian. A lot of fans, and this is something that I do
I wanna-
want to rant on. Fans forget how to watch wrestling because they look at it as, oh, this is gonna happen. Like what me and Dre said when we were watching before WrestlePalooza. We were just worried about the ending to John Cena and Brock. We were worried about the ending.
I knew that match
to
was
Drew
going to be what it
McIntyre
was.
and Cody
I knew that
Rhodes.
shit was gonna be
Because
ass
we
too.
looked at it just like that. We didn't look at it as, oh man, this is going to be an exciting match. You know, Cena, he hasn't really beat Brock Lesnar. Like being just like how we were as kids watching.
A spectator, you talking about?
Yes, that's the thing. Like when you said the thing about Austin Theory, I try to avoid all that because I want to see it on TV and get an organic reaction. Be like, oh shit,
I can respect that.
Because that's what wrestling's missing. Because we looked at it as, oh, what's going to be the ending of this match? Like Cody and Seth, they just killed the house down with that match. That
It was a good match.
top rope. Oh my god, I don't know
That
how
shit.
anyone could've
That
took
should have. It should have been over. It should have been over.
I did not take that.
That shit should have been
Because
over.
It should have, but I didn't want Cody to win, so it shouldn't
I
have.
didn't want Cody. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But that was a career.
That was. It really was. It really was.
But here's my example. Like we watched that as fans. We're like, oh, I'm a Cody Rhodes fan. I'm excited to see a Cody Rhodes match. It finally happened between him and Seth. They did it at the perfect time. It wasn't like in the 3-0 times. Like it came a perfect time, especially for Crown Jewel, which a title doesn't mean anything. The ring, it's just a ring. But for the match itself, it told the story to why it needed what it was. We looked at it as a fan today. We're not looking at it as like, oh, Sportspedia and all this shit said Cody Rhodes is going to get pinned 1, 2, 3 or whatever. We looked at it as, I can't wait to see what this is going to be. Like,
and Warren, I feel exactly what you're saying. I definitely understand what you mean. For me, I guess
and
I take everything with
wrestling's on every day.
And yeah.
That's the issue too.
That's why we live in a world where we got to understand. Of course, man, this kayfabe is kind of dead, and you know you're living in a place where you're gonna constantly have people talking, man. Even us right now, we're talking.
That's the problem. We don't protect it anymore. That's the reality.
But to protect it, you have to be somebody. You saw Rhea Ripley was fucking over there crying because she got fans that are attacking her like she's Michael Jackson. That comes with the fucking spotlight. But at the end of the day, you can still enjoy wrestling. You can watch it for what you're getting from it. It's a predetermined sport that we all know, but we still over here talking about it like, holy shit.
I know
he won. I can't believe. But the reason why that's interesting is because of the stories. The stories are what make it captivating. And no matter what you know about the truth, if the story is compelling and good, whether you planned out this thing or saw it through or predicted it, it's still good, bro. Just like Dre just said, I didn't want Cody to win. Cody did not need this win.
Not at all.
Seth is in a deeper story. Cody ain't really in shit, to be honest with you.
Not only
in shit.
Not only just that though. Okay, I understand WrestleMania 38. Okay, that's your first one back. All right, Backlash. All right. Hell in a Cell. Oh, now you don't went too far. You done fucked up. Now you coming out. Hell yeah, like Your whole arm fucked up, and they nah. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead with that. Nah.
And Seth been killing it. Yo, Seth.
Yes.
When he said, "I am just now the greatest of all time," I had to say to myself, "Yo, this motherfucker might not be lying." Seth Rollins over every fucking body. Seth Rollins might be one of the greatest of all. Might be. Seth Rollins is one of the greatest of all fucking time, yo. There's no denying it. I don't fuck with no. I don't care about the star power you get from Hollywood. That's the only thing that's beating him out as far as Hulk Hogan or like John Cena and shit. He didn't go Hollywood. But as far as in ring, Seth, I don't know. Tell me somebody who you think is touching Seth Rollins. Longevity in the ring, besides fucking AJ Styles, maybe.
I was about to say AJ.
That's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Who the fuck else? Who else, bro? The nigga has been on top.
Michaels. I mean, Kurt Angle, just those three. I wouldn't say anybody else to come up with that. Maybe Jericho. I say it all the time.
Ooh, Jericho would be
and Dre has been my witness on this. I say this all the time. Seth Rollins is the Chris Jericho of this generation.
In WWE, let me also clarify that.
He wasn't supposed to be there, but he took his opportunity and grew more than he thought he could. And,
that's right.
You know, the same thing
definitely with Jericho.
Chris Jericho came from just a somewhat hey, I'm poking at Goldberg on WCW to come into WWF and go up with The Rock the first day thinking, hey, this guy is going to be something. And he really didn't get that moment until later on down the road when they almost threatened to fire him. Like, it's those moments and stuff like that. And like Seth wasn't the first guy we looked at when we first saw The Shield. We looked at it because in reality, as much as I don't like him, Dean Ambrose stole the spotlight with The Shield. He did.
I say that shit all the time. He did.
Because every time that someone said somebody's going to turn on The Shield, I thought it was Dean. Just because the way Dean had that approach.
Yeah, he had that approach.
We looked at Roman. Roman wasn't really doing anything
until he got
to that build of Royal Rumble. And then Roman just grew out of nowhere because WWE had that spotlight that was showing, hey, this is the guy that we want y'all to look at. Seth was the very last option until that turn, and it changed the whole dynamic.
It did.
So there's different times that I think, you know, when you get those moments and it takes off. Seth has been doing a phenomenal job. I also will say this right now. Seth has been carrying Monday Night Raw, not CM Punk.
Oh, hell no.
Not CM Punk.
Nah, not even close. Seth Rollins have been carrying WWE.
I mean,
I'll be dead ass with you as far as with everything that's been going on. And Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and Rhea Ripley.
Without four, honestly, right now, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, those three, it doesn't draw a show as well as everybody thought. Punk might be 5 or 6. And I'm saying Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley are over Punk right now.
I'm trying to tell you right now, there's no doubt about that.
But the focus of this year was John Cena's retirement. And I think
you know what?
all can see that that's what they were really looking at.
That is true.
On a lot of the things. So I think that's why we're getting to that point where it's like, this has not been that exciting year, but at the same essence, we're still talking about John Cena's retirement matches. We're still talking about where he's going next. Cena's only got 4 dates left.
3.
Like 4. I think he did say 4. Yeah, 4 right now.
I thought is it 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
He showed it to us right
he got the Boston. He got the one in Boston. He got the one in New York, San Diego, Survivor Series. And then one in DC.
Madison Square Garden, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. So he's done with SmackDown. So he is not back on SmackDown. He will be at Survivor Series, and then, of course, Saturday Night's Main Event, where it is in Dre's backyard. Lucky son of a gun.
Man.
I heard this because well, I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's true.
Peacock
but I thought somebody said the president wanted to.
Well, I heard that John Cena wanted it to be in Washington D.C. so he could have the president here, and I think that's why the ticket prices look crazy.
Nigga, the ticket prices look crazy everywhere.
No, you're right. You are right though. But from the last show in February, from the last show in February on SmackDown, they look at Saturday Night's Main Event. Yeah, all right. That's a fucking 360.
I get it, bro.
That's
Hey, what were
crazy.
the tickets when Goldberg retired?
Fucking ticket
I
prices
don't know.
are crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Were they worth
Not even just for John Cena shit. It's the ticket prices and everything. That's one of the things like we've been talking about. TKO came in here, and you know they're just a lot of fans are talking,
on the
bro.
overseas audiences. I think that's what they're
They're
really
focusing on money, bro. They're not focusing. They don't give a fuck about the product, man. I'm glad we still got the creative team to try to help the product. But I even think, and I've been saying this shit, bro. I even think that WWE has been forced to focus on profit, and that's it. They haven't really been forced to focus on. That's why you see nothing but fucking ads. That's why you can't watch a Saturday Night Main Event without fucking 400 commercials or anything else at that. But at the same time, it's just
good. No. I would say I think that the fact that they are. And I'm glad that's why they went strictly to Peacock with Saturday night's main event. I think the commercial thing had a lot to do with them being on NBC. You know, the ads. I'm not against the ads because I came from a place where WWE, you watch that, man, the only fucking ad you would probably see was Cricket Wireless. You feel me? So it wasn't, you feel me? Like, so to see.
You got Minute Maid. You
don't remember.
No, I'm talking about years ago where it wasn't really.
Bro, you don't remember. You don't remember the Vince McMahon muscle steroid powder? That
that was before my time. Yeah, I can't. I got late 90s. Yeah,
Man, Hart was fucking us on Superstars on Fox 5.
What?
Lifting weights.
Oh hell no! That's
I remember
crazy.
that shit. That's my fucking era right there.
Yeah, so I don't really
just played that commercial not even 2 days ago.
Yo, man,
I just remembered that one.
The only ad thing I think I had a problem with is the Slim Jim thing that's on the tables. So it's like, damn, you know, like that's on every fucking table. But other than that, like, it really don't bother me though. For real.
All right, we gonna have to kind of cram the clown jewel predictions kind of a little quicker. Obviously AJ Styles match. John Cena gave Alicia a paper to read off about AJ. The definition of total nonstop action, and seeing AJ's face just lit up like he did.
He so deserved that shit, was
really
man.
Cool.
Yeah.
The ace and undisputed boss of Bullet Club, the face that runs the place, and the phenomenal AJ Styles. AJ, I say it all the time, man. AJ made me watch TNA. AJ made me want to become the American Prodigy. Seeing the stuff that he done for pro wrestling, just in general, it's never been done before. The stuff that AJ could prove to people, and we never thought we could get a John Cena versus AJ Styles match. And we got it at the Royal Rumble in 2016. And what a phenomenal showcase it was. It was a great match between two guys. And, you know, at that time, people always said Cena only had 5 moves to do. Cena didn't know wrestling. AJ Styles is the workhorse. And when you hear AJ and anybody that supposedly we call the in-ring worker say the same thing about John Cena every time. Cena is a ring general. He knows the audience. He knows what works, what doesn't work. Cena will tell you. If they give you something, he's going to switch around and make it something that you can care about.
That's right.
And this match,
Cena's not just a pro wrestler. John Cena is a well-rounded superstar. That's what the fuck John Cena is. That's where Vince McMahon got that shit correct. I know a lot of people hate it, and I don't even agree with it. But to not call them WWE wrestlers, I get it, bro. Because they're more than that. Hulk Hogan was not just a fucking wrestler. Hulk Hogan was a superstar. John Cena is a superstar.
Even when we go to those fan access and stuff, what's the main wrestlers they're dressed as? Hulk Hogan,
Macho Man,
Steve Austin, Macho Man, The Rock, all the main Mount Rushmore guys.
Of course.
I hate to say it. Cena is probably the last real Mount Rushmore superstar we're ever witnessing.
Not lying. You're not lying.
Because the locker room itself is just stacked. It's
It's
reality. It's
it's
not the fact that there's one that stands out to the other. Now, of course, you got Roman Reigns, Cody, Seth. You got those guys, but in the same essence, everyone's got just a different talent level that it's not bringing that, oh, I want to buy a particular popsicle. I want to buy a particular drink.
I'm glad you said it because that's the fucking
I
truth.
mean,
The star power, the star power in
general.
Yeah, the star
You
power
can't
in
just buy a
WWE right now is
one-player
not
jersey.
heavy like that, bro. I'm sorry.
You can't buy
It's all the
in this
old
era.
guys.
In this era, you're not buying a one particular player jersey. You're buying
You're
just the
absolutely
team.
fucking right. You're
It's
absolutely right.
just because we have seen it for so
But
long,
did
and I think that's where it's just where it is now.
I want to chime in to that though. I want to say one couple of things though, and you guys got a great point though, especially Warren just said, man, like back in the days, those guys had star power. Like you really just bought, you went to the show, you bought Hulk Hogan's shirt. You went to the show, you bought Randy Montrum, you bought the top stars shirts.
Guys, yes.
But that's the thing though, right? Someone asked me, man, who's your favorite you love to watch right now on wrestling? Everybody.
Yeah.
That's my question. Everybody. It's not just that I like just turn on and just, I just want to see Roman and that's just it. No. I want to see Rhea Ripley. I want to see Dirty Dom. I want to see the Judgment Day. I want to see everybody. You feel me? So if I go to a show just because I fuck with them, I might buy, a Santos Escobar shirt, or I might just buy like a Zelina Vega shirt, or whatever the case may be, because I feel like in all of their rights, whenever they get the opportunity to, they all are stars, though. And that's the thing. Back in the days, though, you had Hulk Hogan, you had Macho Man Randy Savage. You had those top guys, and you just knew like these are the stars right here. Like these guys are it, and these guys got the action figure. You're gonna buy them. That's that, and that's just it. Like any below her, on the card, like
That's right.
like, and that's how those guys was. Like they were fighting for the top spot.
Let me flip it on you real quick though. Think about it. Just like you just said, nowadays you are asked, who do you watch wrestling for? And you don't got an answer. You're like, I watch everybody. I like everybody. But just think why that is, bro. When you go and watch, your favorite football team or something like that. I mean, you like watching football, right?
Yeah.
But when your team is playing, that's the motherfucker you really want to see. That's the. So it's like, if you're just watching it just for everybody, everybody has to be good. Everybody can't stand out. So is somebody standing out? Or you just fans watching wrestling?
You see, both.
I feel like it's both though. But also with football, and it's like, okay, you got the Ravens and they going against the Chiefs. So that's one team against the other team. That's two teams with a whole full roster. I feel like it's more, you're gonna get your favorite. You're gonna get John Cena, even though this is a retirement tour. Let's say Roman Reigns. You're gonna get all these names. I say Randy Orton. You're gonna go to a show, and if your favorite superstar Randy Orton, you're more than likely you're gonna see Randy Orton. You're gonna see him. You're gonna go wild. You're gonna go Randy. But you also gonna see these other guys that you do like though. Yeah, I'm gonna go wild. I love Randy. I'm gonna go wild for Randy Orton because he's gonna be there. But I'm also like the other guys though. But I think that's the difference between football though. Football, when it's a game on, it's either one of them teams that's your team that you like. You feel me?
The only comparison that I'm trying to make is hold on, real quick. Let me get this in. The only comparison I'm trying to make in the same way is Jey Uso is a perfect example, yo. Everybody loves Jey Uso. Warren has said this in the past about Seth Rollins' entrance. He says Seth Rollins, the reason why his popularity is what
I agree. Because it's the theme song, yeah.
I don't fucking agree with that shit at all. I feel like that's a piece
it says it now.
But because it is supposed to be this heel and this vision zone, right? Then it's kind of like conflicting because it's like, okay, they blowing me, but then they singing my theme song. So it's like,
but here we go. This is to bring it back to my point. Jey Uso everybody loves the yeet. When fucking Jay came out with the Usos, what was everybody doing? Yeet.
Yeet.
Before he came out, when Braun Breaker speared fucking Roman, everybody was yeeting already. They was just, oh, come on, Jay, we can't wait to yeet. But after they yeet, they still love Jay, but they love to yeet. And now that Jay's not yeeting,
I've been saying
interesting to see the
he's
dynamic.
not that guy no more. He's not.
It's interesting to see the dynamic. So it's like you said, Dre, and this is just going off of how you said you watch wrestling because you like wrestling. But the thing is, when you have people that you're able to invest in, that's the shit.
I know. I know. Oh yeah. And that's why I was saying,
grow up and be Izzy Moreno that fucking was flying over Bailey. That's the shit that you get.
And I totally agree, but I was just referring to like this era right now. Like when I grew up, I know who the fuck like The Rock, like these are my guys. Now you don't. I don't think you really have that now. That's my point. That was That's my point. That's what I'm saying.
A Netflix special. If you're looking on a Netflix special, if it says a Roman Reigns, a Cody Rhodes, a Seth Rollins, or one of the big main guys comes on that show, you're gonna watch it. Now, when you watch the typical Jey Usos, you're gonna watch it just for the yeet, and then probably not give a damn when he talks on the microphone because he's gonna be blown up or talk. Like, I think you just said it perfect. We're watching wrestling based off the parts. Randy Orton, he's over because the RKO. If we don't see an RKO, it's not the Randy Orton moment we watch. It's reality. And I said this as an example. When we were kids, we go there to look at the T-shirts. You got the Stone Colds, you got The Rock, you got Chris Jericho, you got Kurt Angle, you got the APA and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure all of us were dead set, and our choice did not change when we got to that booth to buy that shirt. Now, kids don't get that opportunity. Like, kids don't get that. Quiet. Go. Jesus, my house.
Dad's house.
But when we look at it now, there's not that one guy. There's not that one guy.
Y'all forget I got 4 kids. How the fuck?
Yeah, I know. Look at. He ain't talking about his daughter. My little man ain't listening.
Jesus.
I made a cave in this motherfucker.
But when you look at that one choice, it's not going to be that same choice every time. It's going to be that one. It's going to be, oh, Jey Uso's that flavor. I'm going to get a Yeet shirt. LA Knight, that shirt, or whatever slogan he's got coming up. We're going to buy that shirt. Like, it's never going to be that dead set moment. Like the Roman Reigns. When Roman Reigns was hot, you didn't just buy a bloodline. You bought the Uzi shirt. You bought those particular ones that was that big monikered spot. And I think that's what the era of wrestling is done now. And I think, if ESPN pays attention to that type of viewing, wrestling can continue to what it was. But ESPN doesn't know how that promotional standpoint is because they're looking at it as like promoting like a UFC fight.
UFC event. No, you're right.
And they're looking at it as, this is like the NFL. We can do this. We can do that. And that works.
They said they wanted to do that. Remember, Vince McMahon wanted to do that, bro. He wanted to make it so that you were watching WWE. You weren't just watching, Stone Cold every night. He didn't want to make another guy that was an individual. So when he left the WCW, you left with him because that was the only reason you were watching. But at this point in era, at this time in era, like Rhea Ripley is a great example. Another one who's just like, Rhea is the hottest shit walking in WWE, bro. It's like literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? Like she's demanding. You don't got to be in Australia. You could be fucking anywhere. And Rhea Ripley is blowing the roof off as soon as more than Roman, more than fucking. You can't even name anybody else. Who else is hotter than Rhea Ripley right now when they're walking out in their entrance? Besides Jay's entrance, I'm talking about just all round. People love her. She's got that star power, that quality. But you hear Triple H and Undertaker and stuff joking on fucking LFG or in podcasts stating like, hey, there's like 5 people I can name that have that kind of star quality that they can find in their locker room. That's fucking ridiculous. If instead of finding gymnasts and shit like that, and I've said this shit in the past as well, You need to stop fucking finding all these athletic people and start finding more indie fucking wrestlers that you can hone
that's
into greatness.
yeah. See, but I think that was their
love this fucking game, bro.
And I think that's why they got the program now, because that was their little thing at first. They didn't want to sign. They didn't want to do the indie wrestlers because you had to teach them the whole WWE way when they have been on the.
You gotta teach people.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, you gotta teach everybody, but you gotta teach everybody. But that's coming from a guy who been wrestling on the indies, may had a spot here and there on AEW, so he feel like, oh, you trying to teach me? No, I don't know. I like. So it's
get over in the main.
It's not even just the indie gimmick. It's the. You got something coming?
I miss Commission. Commission always got interesting backgrounds and shit.
I don't even think it. It was. I forgot what I was even saying. I forgot what I was even saying.
I get what you're saying. You were basically saying, like, if you get somebody that's already kind of experienced, you get that hard-headed kind of person to deal with.
And you can continue the star power.
I definitely understand that. But at the same time, if you get somebody with no motherfucking experience, I mean, you got to start from the ground up. So, I mean, it's still two fucking difficult, equations you got to solve. But I just
look
feel
at Logan Paul. Logan Paul's a great
Logan
example.
Paul's a freak. He's a freak,
Logan
bro,
Paul
of nature.
is one of the most searched guys on YouTube. One of the most interesting podcasts to watch. And I feel like his audience has even increased more since he has become a WWE superstar.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
Just the believability that he's bringing with just the whole thing in essence. Like the recent episode that Logan Paul had a guest on, she said, "Oh, that fake wrestling." Logan took that serious. He's like, "No, you're not going to get canceled, but you need to understand what you just said and realize I can't do it full time as all these great talents do it, and I have the most respect. And you cannot just come on a show with a job that is providing me an opportunity to give you what this is to disrespect it and what you just said."
That's right.
And that's something that I feel like Logan Paul has stand out with a lot of people because Logan Paul knows how to steal a show.
Yeah.
We talk about him all the damn time. Every match. There's not been one dead match. This guy has not looked at him and like,
Logan Paul is great, man.
He can deliver. Like,
he's great.
Those things, and I feel like that is something that it is hard to recruit at times now. I agree with you on the indie realm a little bit. My biggest rant about independent talent is they don't know how to change that ego to go higher. If that makes sense.
I believe that. I can believe that.
When that ego gets to a certain thing, that's all they can get, and that's all they're running. Like they'll watch wrestling to be like, "Oh, I could have done this, I could have done this," but could the crowd got us over with you doing what you just did? Or would the timing or something not make that sense? Like, it's just those things that really a lot of people fail with the whole dynamic when it comes to a show.
Yeah.
And I feel
guys,
like
I'm at the dip up out of here in a minute. I got to take my kids to a dance. They're going. My high schoolers are going to a dance, bro.
Oh, bro.
Homecoming, actually. That's what it is. Homecoming.
Great for you right now. I'm not for that. I got a 6-year-old right now. She's driving me nuts, chasing boys left and right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Everybody getting older.
Dre, you're getting lucky.
Hey.
You got a boy. Got lucky.
Hey, man. We got to do this again, man. Definitely this was dope, man.
Yeah, we got to jump back in.
I hope everybody liked Crown Jewel. We're going to do our victory lap. I know we got
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, I love
man. Who wants to go?
All right. We're gonna do a victory lap just to wrap it on up. Bronson Reed beating Roman was awesome. AJ John Cena was phenomenal. I love that Seth Rollins won. The two other matches in between was definitely cool as well, though. But man, this is always dope, man. Commission Talk. I'll be hosting next Saturday. Definitely chime in and follow the 11:30 podcast, man. For real, we're gonna be watching TNA Bound for Glory tomorrow night, man. So that should be fun as well, too. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. LB, man. A long-waited entrance, long way to return. Hey,
yeah, man.
Hope you have
this
fun,
was
bro.
fun.
You are welcome anytime.
This definitely fun. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know you guys do it on Saturdays, man. I might jump in a little more frequently when I can. But yeah, bro, we doing the same thing, man. Just gonna be talking about Crown Jewel. I thought it was good as well. Really a lot of interesting dynamic that happened coming from SmackDown. Like I said, I was really getting frustrated watching wrestling because it was kind of fucking boring on Raw and SmackDown. But then I was tuning into TNA and NXT, and I'm like, damn, these guys are fucking killing it over here. But at the same time, I'm still excited to talk about wrestling. Join us, of course. We're gonna be back on Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesday night at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time, where we'll definitely be covering everything that happened. And yeah, man, that's it in a nutshell.
Hey, man, like I said, guys, this is our new date. This is the new time. We usually go at 4, but we kind of ran a little bit later just because. We dads first, guys. We dads first before we throw this content in. Obviously, guys, you see Dre is coming back, 11:30 podcast. Is it next week, bro?
Yo, yeah. You know what? I think it's gonna be it's gonna be next week. Nah, I have so much shit going on this week. It was supposed to be this Wednesday, and I recorded some episodes and everything. Was supposed to be putting them out, but obviously I won't get back into the house until like 5. Then I'm trying to chill, so I ain't had no time to like really edit those. So I don't want to rush it. So I feel like it's going to take place when it's supposed to take place, though. But definitely, the watch alongs has definitely just been kept on. I've been doing it and shit, posting them on TikTok and YouTube. It says, "Nigga, post more." So I've been posting more. So yeah, and beyond 11:30, man, we whipping that back up too. So all right, hey.
Ready for it.
Yeah, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed our lovely rant, the return of
one last thing, man. One last thing. I know we gotta wrap it up though, and I know we ain't gonna stay here too long, but it's so crazy though. My little dad rant real fast is these kids are out of school for every little fucking thing, man. I tell you, for real, every fucking little thing, boy. You lift up something.
Mine are out on Monday.
Yeah,
what is my little man? Holiday? What is
man out? He out Thursday. He was out Friday. He didn't go to school last Wednesday because it was a half a day schedule. So it was like, boy, I'm telling you, these little kids are something else. And then if a boy too, they eat you out your house. I tell you, boy, stay in the refrigerator. That's the second room.
You better wait till his ass grow up.
I know. Yeah, I know. Me and my brother did that to our mother. Like we was eating up everything. For real, but yeah, that's
14-year-olds, bro.
Protein gains right there.
Yeah, them motherfuckers eat, bro.
Yeah, that's my little dog, right, Lou?
But yeah, guys, I hope everybody enjoyed. We're gonna come back next week on Dre's show as well. Next Saturday, normal time. B, you let us know. We'll send you the link at all times, brother. Guys, we hope everybody enjoyed their wrestling. We hope everybody enjoyed Crown Jewel. We hope you enjoyed your football. If you're a Florida State fan, I don't want to hear you say you beat Alabama ever again. Y'all lost the pit today. That's it for me. Guys, I'm Warren Marlowe from the Buzzing with Marlowe podcast. That's Brian B from the Beeline Entertainment LLC. That's Dre on Woods from the 11:30 podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see y'all next week. Later.
Yeah.